Yeah, my girl Eugene is finally out of the Inferno. My girl has been eating tuna cans long enough. So she's definitely going to be giving Jin On Soo some good vibes and good times. She actually surprised me this episode. Hi, you guys. This is Rain Said That. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm happy to see you guys again. Now, I thought this was going to be the season's finale. Actually was confused to see that wasn't actually the season finale. So I will be doing a separate video for episode 9 and episode 10. Now, Minso's all in her feelings because she's trying to understand what went wrong because Yuk said that he was going to choose her. Yuk said that y'all going to be drinking, sipping on whiskey, enjoying yourselves, having a great time, and he ended up picking Sion. And I really don't understand why he picks her either. I thought he was going to. Actually, no, I did not think that he was going to choose them. And so I'm sorry that she's always the last person to know. But look at Jeong-soo. He has his eyes on Sion, and Sion is just so wrapped up into Yuk. But this episode was definitely very important because you can actually see their differences. He was literally just eating, ignoring her. He got himself a little bit too comfortable. But my thing with Yuk, he was just worried about eating his food, having good time, and he didn't really care if Sion was there or not. So he was kind of definitely emotionally unavailable. I told you guys this before. He is not available emotionally. He's only available when he wants to be emotionally available. So that means that Sion is going to have to be waiting on him when he like a baby. Babies don't listen. Babies only want you when they need something or when you need to do something for them. Other than that, they're good. I'll see you when I need something. That's the same thing as Yolk. And I hopefully that Sion figured this out, which I'm pretty sure that she is, because you can definitely tell now. You can see the differences. This is why the second date is always important. This is why you need to continue to date people, because the first date is always great. It's always first impression, things of that nature. But the second, the third, the fourth date, even if you get into that, multiple dates, that second date, you start to see the red flags. And she's feeling and seeing the red flags when it comes to Yuk. And I did not like this at all, because I knew exactly what was going to happen, because he's going to be having her now chase after him for the things that, she needs, like, emotional reassurance, because she likes sweet, gentle guys. And Yuk is sweet and gentle when he feels like it. That's the thing. And I don't think that they're going to work long term. I understand that opposites can attract, but also opposites can repel, because if you have to constantly try to change someone's nature, it's not going to work. And I hope that Sion figures this out after this episode, but she's definitely seeing it. I honestly thought that she was just had Jin Soo in mind. Like, I feel as though when she was on a helicopter, she's seen him. I feel like that he still lives back in her head. She still thinks about Jeong-soo. And I thought that, Yuk was picking up on that. Yuk is not dumb either. He's very, emotionally aware. So I know that he knows that, Jeong-soo is still on the back of her mind. So maybe that's why he's hot and cold. Maybe because he doesn't want to get attached if she, chooses Jeong-soo. Because you have to understand that he knows that they also have connection. He knows that she's in between. She's not 100% sold on Yuk as well. So that could also just be his defense mechanism. He doesn't want to fall too deep. He doesn't want to give her too much, because again, she did see Jeong-soo today, and Jeong-soo was like, he ain't giving up on her. But I feel as though Jeong-soo should have been done this a long time ago. He wouldn't have to worry about Yuk coming in for the steal. He wouldn't have to worry about that if he would have just been clear. Yeah, he did say that, she was his number one and everything like that. But at the same time, though, like, he could have been more, emotionally expressive. He's talking to everybody else about Sion than Sion. That doesn't make any sense. This is why she doesn't know anything. This is why she's open and honest and available to all these other guys, because Jiangsu is not making it clear. But who is making it clear is Yulk, that he is disinterested. But maybe, like I said, this could be a defense mechanism that he's having towards Sion, because he knows that she's not 100% sold on him. But I mean, you do know how she feels and everything like that. She's being very clear, and you had her, however you wanted her for the last couple of days, and you now are getting cold on her. This is why I feel like he plays games. Like I said, I don't feel like they're a good match. I hope that she see it. I hope that she's figured this out. But this episode right here lets me know everything that I was saying was true and confirmed it. He's being hot and cold, and he plays these games. Even though I feel like that even if he does play Sion or like Sion, I feel like he will continue to play the games the whole time you're in a relationship, and that will definitely be emotionally exhausting. He's emotionally exhausting. I told y'all guys that in episode 2. He's the type to be emotionally exhausting. He wants to give to you when he feels like it, and you're not gonna get anything for like 3 or 4 days. You're gonna be starved out if you are the type of girl that likes emotional reinsurance like Sion. So Sion needs to see this, or that's on you. That's on you. But I do like that dress though. Now, I was definitely very surprised by Eugen, because honestly, when they were talking, even though that he sees her more as a friend, like he sees Eugen more as friend vibes, I can actually see Eugen and Jiangsu being a good couple. Because remember I told you guys that I said that Jiangsu was like an airhead type, and everyone sees Eugen's like a airhead type. I feel like that's some type of compatibility here, because she knows how to lift up the mood and have a good time. But I do hate that everyone just uses her for her good vibes and good energy though. They do not deserve Eugen. Okay, he was calling her a Oompa Loompa and stuff like that. Even though she didn't take it seriously, because she don't even like Jiangsu, like they're friends. But at the same time though, like, I didn't really like that. But I do see that, they do have some type of compatibility, whether he wants to see it or not. I just don't think that Jiangsu is physically attracted to Eugen. If Eugen was physically attractive, or to their preferences of what they see as physically attractive, I feel like that her personality would have shined through, because I like Eugen's personality. She's fun, she's competitive. It's a secret weapon. Like, I feel as though people painted her as one way, but every time we do get to see her in different facets and different lights, she actually, surprises me. She's very enjoyable, she's very vibrant, she's very smart, and she's very calculated as well, and she's competitive. I love a competitive girl. Okay, so this is why she's one of my tops. I think she's in my top 3, because it's Sion, it's Ji-young, and then it's Eugen. But it's really Sion, and then Eugen, and then Ji-young, because I really don't really get that much for Ji-young. But yes, I do feel as though if Jiangsu would have been interested in Eugen, they would have made a good couple. Now let's talk about the biggest elephant of the room of this episode, because remember I was telling you guys, maybe Ji-young is seeing something that we don't see when it comes to Taiwan. Maybe she's feeling something. Find out that T1 is selfish as F. Okay, I was not expecting this. I'm so glad that they showed this footage, because you're not even interested in my girl. You want someone to be interested in you. You want her to ask you all these questions. Who you think you are? Who does guy think that he is? I should have known better. I should have known better when he went into episode 1 and he stated that people look at him and they can't even be angry with him because he has such a cute face. Pipe down. You is not going to try to treat my girl Jian like she's not a baddie. You're not going to do that. I hate guys like this. He is selfish, he is self-absorbed, and he is obnoxious, and he don't even have the personality. He doesn't even have the personality to be what he is, and he's not that fine. You're not the number 1 pick in the Inferno. So pipe down. I am so pissed off at him. Like, T1, I was rooting for you. And I was just like, maybe, he's nervous because, he's never been with a baddie before. But you're trying to act like Jian is not a baddie and she has to serve you. She's your slave or something. Like, she has to give you all this time and attention. Like, you're like the most interesting man in the world. Get out. Get out of here. I'm done. I'm done with Taiwan. You will never hear me talk about him again unless he's getting kicked off the Inferno because I'm done. This is why my girl told you not to pick her and you picked her anyways because if you were so charming, you were so lovable, maybe you will have somebody else that wants you in the villa. Excuse me, not the villa, the Inferno. Nobody wants you, Taiwan. Now let me change the subject because that made me very upset trying to play my girl Gian. We're not having it with my girls, okay? Now, now back in the Inferno, matchmaking is going on, and I'm glad to see Hyson or Hyjin, and a new guy. I was thinking the new guy in Minsol had chemistry, but I do remember that these two were taking pictures by the pool and things of that nature. And they did have a good conversation before he actually entered the Inferno, but he was too busy, chasing after Sion to see it. And she was too busy chasing out the Jiangsu to see it as well. So basically, both of their first picks didn't want them, and they're choosing each other, which I feel like is good because they're both in the same boat. You can't say, oh, you never liked me at first. You was liking somebody else. Well, y'all both in the same boat because y'all number one picks did not want you. And I feel as though them two are actually a better match. They're compatible and they look good together. And I mean, I don't really like Hoon. I think that's his name, Hoon something. But his body is nice. When he was going through that challenge, he had the best six-pack of the group. He goes to the gym. So like I said, he always had a nice body, but his face just doesn't do it to me. What's the song? It must be your body because it's not your face or something like that. It's like an old song. But yes, that's what he's giving to me. But I hope that she can get this connection because they may end up being a match. I can see those two together. I can definitely see it. Now, Hyland is definitely, stalking Hudong at this point, making him feel uncomfortable. I don't think Hudong is interested, but I think he can't say no. You know how you're dealing with someone and you're just scared to say no because he's scared of her reaction because, Hyland, she's very assertive. She's very dominant and she looks like she's not going to take no for an answer. Where, Aaron, she's more, calm, cool, and collected and reserved. But I do feel like he does find his quality attractive though, but I can see how it can be a little bit dangerous for him because it looks like that she will basically run the relationship and all Hodong is going to be able to do is say okay and nod his head because he's very shy and conservative. He's not really a guy that's going to tell you, he's not a Guan He that's going to tell you no thank you, blah blah blah. He's more of like going with the flow. Like you see, he can't even tell these girls that he's not interested. You see, that's how shy he is, which I'm barely now seeing this episode that he cannot even tell her no. So Aaron is just like, well, I didn't really have anything to worry about, right? Because you told me that, I'm the one that you want. So, I'm not really sweating too much. But I don't know. He's kind of harder to read right now because I do feel like he does like Halen a little bit, but I feel like he's also a little bit scared of her and her personality because it's so different than his. So I'm not sure if he's going to pick someone that's more spicy and fiery and dominant, or he's going to, stay at his level, which is with Aaron because they're more calm, cool, and collected. But, sometimes, men like things that are more different than them. You see how the compatibility is going with Sion and Yulk. It's a different kind of pool. So I don't know. What did you guys think of this episode? Who do you guys think is a good match? You already heard my picks. T1, kick him out the Inferno, get somebody new because I'm done with him. But Sion needs to pick Jung-soo, and Aaron, Hodong, and Hyjin, and a new guy. So I will see you guys in episode 10. And thank you guys for watching. Toodles!